social media has been a revolution, and one that I think I've embraced.
The world's richest CEOs seem to have this strict, universal rule against wearing flashy clothes that reflect their true net worth. But the same can't be said for their homes. When they aren't busy growing their empires, these successful business owners all enjoy a quiet evening with their family in their incredible homes. Some of these mansions are so unbelievably lavish and luxurious, you'd think there's no way they actually exist. So today, we're going to look at some of the most incredible homes of the richest CEOs. But first, a simple reminder on how to enter our brand new giveaway. We will be giving away either an iPhone X Max, the new iPad mini, or a MacBook Pro. It's all your choice. So be sure to leave a like, comment the keyword, subscribe, and turn on notifications to enter the giveaway. It's really that simple. Make sure you stick around for the whole video, because number 1 will surprise you. First, we kick it off with possibly the most incredibly opulent parcel of property owned by Indian billionaire Mukesh Ambani. Don't be fooled into thinking this 27-story mansion is used as an office or a headquarters. Oh no, all 27 floors have been exclusively used by Ambani and his family since 2012. Can you imagine how long it takes for Ambani to call his family for dinner in this place? They could be lounging in any of the 3 helipads, in the ballroom, in the 80-seat theater, chilling out in the terrace gardens, the spa, or the temple. I mean, not to mention, they may even be jamming to rock tunes in the 168-car garage, and no one would ever know. Well, anyway, that's how incredibly huge the Ambani residence is. At $2 billion, their home is deemed to be the world's second most valuable residential property, only coming in behind the British Crown property Buckingham Palace itself. Needless to say, the property, nicknamed Antilia, has become some sort of an icon and a legend even in the real estate world. It's the perfect illustration of Asia's richest man, the chairman, managing director, and largest shareholder of Reliance Industries, a Fortune Global 500 company, and India's most valuable company in market value. Now, of course, we can't talk about the world's richest CEO without mentioning the richest of them all, none other than Jeff Bezos. The man behind online superstore Amazon is not just the richest CEO by far, he's also the richest man in the world, period. For Bezos, one mansion is nearly not enough, so he amassed for himself a massive real estate portfolio across the United States. The world's one and only centibillionaire spent about $80 million to purchase 3 adjacent apartments in New York City, and has also acquired mansions in Texas and Washington, D.C. But his most recent purchase is also the priciest one yet. Apparently, Bezos bought a 9-acre property in Beverly Hills, worth $165 million. It is by far the most expensive home ever sold in the Los Angeles area. Originally designed for Warner Brothers executive Jack Warner in the 1930s, this unbelievable home features 2 guest houses, a tennis court, a swimming pool, and a 9-hole golf course. To describe the home, veteran LA agent Jeff Hyland said, "No Studio Czar's residence, before or since, has ever surpassed the size, grandeur, or sheer glamour of the Jack Warner estate in Benedict Canyon." Bezos bought the Warner estate from media mogul David Geffen, and it has become a fitting kingdom for the world's richest man. Now, about a half-mile up the road from Bezos' home in Medina stands the mansion of Microsoft mogul Bill Gates. No matter how big your family is, you don't think you'll ever need more than 3 bathrooms in the house, do you? Well, it seems Bill Gates has his priorities straight. His 66,000 square foot home may only have 7 bedrooms, but it has 20 bathrooms. Can you imagine hosting a party in this place? You won't ever have to worry about the toilet lines getting too long. Parking won't be a problem either, since Gates boasts a 23-car garage, and there'd be enough breakfast for everybody, seeing that the house has 6 kitchens. It can accommodate 200 guests at a time, and has a spectacular view of Lake Washington to top it all off. If Bill suddenly decided to have a pool party instead, then the 60-foot pool has you covered. It even has its own underwater music system, and that's just one of the most impressive state-of-the-art technology systems that this tech magnate has decided to install in his own home. Gates bought the lot and constructed the house for a combined $62 million, but it has now gone up in value to a whopping $127 million. Now, it seems getting a property in Bel Air is a common milestone for the world's richest CEOs, and Tesla CEO Elon Musk ticked that milestone way back in 2012. Actually, Musk and his 5 sons used to just rent the magnificent place, but they loved it so much that they decided to own it for the price of $17 million. I mean, who wouldn't fall in love with this place? It has 7 bedrooms, but if I lived there, I'd be hanging out in the kitchen. Anyone could spend days marveling at the intricate brick ceiling. Those Musk kids don't even have to ride to the nearest clubhouse, since the property is complete with a pristine pool and a competition-grade tennis court. The gym and the wine cellar are also incredible, but its view of the exclusive Bel Air Country Club just can't be matched. The family must have totally fallen in love with the place, since the SpaceX CEO also ended up buying the ranch across the street from it for about $7 million in 2013. What about Facebook founder Mark Zuckerberg building his dream home with his own custom-made AI assistant named Jarvis? Well, located in Palo Alto, this 5,000 square foot house was bought for $7 million in 2011. But here's the crazy part. The social media god spent an additional $40 million to purchase all the houses and land around his mansion, so he and his family can have some privacy. Luckily, Zuckerberg is fond of posting photos of himself and the family, so we kind of have an idea of what this very private residence looks like from the inside. We know the Facebook CEO is sort of an expert when it comes to thinking of cool new features for his social media paradise, but he has done it for his home too. Every day, he walks on heated floors with temperatures he can customize by the touch of a button. And every time he's bored just lounging about his property, Zuckerberg can simply get on a plane with his family and travel to another one of his properties in the Hawaiian island of Kauai. The 750-acre property that's under his name includes 2,500 feet of white sand beach. How beautiful would this getaway be? Looking at all these luxurious mansions and beach homes, it's just logical to think that the 3rd wealthiest man in the world, aka Warren Buffett, also lives in something that looks like a palace, right? Well, you'd be surprised to find out that Warren Buffett's humble abode is actually humble in the context of this list. Sure, it has 5 bedrooms and that cool rustic look that's all the rave right now, but would you believe Buffett is living in a home that's worth less than $1 million? Well, that's right. He bought the home for just $31,500 in 1958. Now, it's worth a little over $500,000. That's only like 0.0001% of Buffett's entire net worth. If you know anything about him, then it tells you a lot about his life's philosophy. According to Business Insider, Buffett lives a life of frugality and maintains no expensive vice other than drinking an unhealthy amount of Coke. Instead of living in a huge mansion that he can't even tour in one day, Buffett prefers to give to charity. In fact, he plans on donating about 99% of his fortune to worthy causes, but the main reason he remains in this place is simple. He likes it. As he has told reporters in interviews, he'd move if he thought he'd be happier someplace else. Next up is Oprah Winfrey's mansion, which is the exact opposite of Buffett's modest home. The only way to get a good look at Oprah's entire place is to get on a plane and look at it from a bird's eye view. The first thing you'll notice is that the palace-looking home is surrounded by 12 gorgeous great oak trees, which Oprah calls the Apostles. That's right, Oprah has nicknamed her own property as the Promised Land. It has a view of the mountains on one end and a view of the ocean on another end. And of course, there's a pool where the world-famous show host and her friends love to take a dip. It's easy to confuse the spot as one of the many beaches in Malibu with the shady palm trees and lush vegetation. But swimming is not the only form of recreation that's welcome in this property. Oprah has her own stable, her own horse riding track, a library, and a walk-in closet that's even bigger than some apartments in New York. And if you ever get tired of walking around such a massive estate, you can always chill out in her tea house. Notice how I didn't say tea room? Well, that's because Oprah doesn't have a room for tea. Instead, she has a separate building for it. Of course, this list would not be complete without an entry from Oracle billionaire and mansion collector Larry Ellison. His entire real estate portfolio includes multiple adjacent lots in Malibu, a mansion in Newport previously owned by the Astor family, and this, a historic garden property in Kyoto. At $16 million, the 8,000 square foot estate features the most exquisite expression of Japanese culture. The elegant and museum-like floor plan is arranged over 2 levels, highlighted by a master suite that's complete with its own fireplace and 2 full bathrooms. The awe-inspiring grounds include an authentic Japanese tea house, strolling gardens, ponds, waterfalls, koi ponds, and an in-ground spa. But the most amazing spot in this Kyoto property is the dark bottom swimming pool, which is rimmed with boulders that simply add to the irresistible appeal of the place. I'm pretty sure no guest hotel in all of Kyoto, no matter how deluxe, can compare to the sheer luxury of this place. So there you have it, some of the most incredible homes of the richest CEOs. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching.